in as much as you have me to record, I don't want to record. I'm streaming. Okay. So are you with me?
Yes.
So in as much as we understand the use of online, sorry, I was saying that when you have can you see my board?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, very good. Now, when you hear the word cybersecurity, it's more like saying a physical security. You have the space where you are, maybe the place where you're living, you built a fence around it, you have a gate. Except some places where their houses are an open place. But places where their houses are not open, they have a gate. What the fences and the gate is trying to do is to secure the house and the property and the participant living in that environment. Are you getting me? If you look at it, some estates, they have a gate. You cannot get to anybody's apartment. To cybersecurity or internet security, which simply talk about safeguarding your digital asset. All right. Now, this aspect, the internet aspect, is a very wide space, an open space. Now, I gave an example about the cloud. The cloud has no space, has no covering, sorry. It has no fence. Imagine when a plane is going to the cloud, the plane is not opened, it is covered. If it's open, it cannot go at the speed or the height at which it is. So it has to be closed. So in using the, what's it called? In using the space, your cyberspace, in making use of your cyberspace, you need some and great level of protection. Are we together? You need some great level of protection. Doing on the internet or online is not protected. Now, this is the reason. Hear this. Because of the innovation, the globalization, the technology, the increase in technology, the increase in the users that comes online, it has also increased the cyber crimes, increases internet theft, increasing what? Online fraud. So for you not to fall a victim, or for you not to be captured, or your information captured to be used against you, that is why we have the era of cybersecurity. That is safeguarding your digital asset. Because for you to actually be in a internet is like a wide stream where everybody goes to pull, to receive, to pull, and to collect. So for you to be known widely without having to move anywhere, without having to use the normal newspaper, radio advert, video, TV advert that has a... Now, coming on internet is just coming without having to understand the way internet works. Because if you come to the use of internet without having to understand the guidelines that govern the internet, you can fall a victim of some of this fraud that goes online. All right?
Yes.
So can we continue?
Yes, please.
All right. Now, yesterday we talked about, we explore how cyberspace works, how network, talk about the types of network, talk about the reason for networking, then we narrow it down to the internet and the cybersecurity. Now, yesterday I gave an assignment. I don't know. Don't tell me or send me what you understand by the word encryption and cryptography. Somebody gave a definition of what an encryption is. It's a way of encoding your message or encoding your information until it gets to the destination. One of the most commonly used applications that makes use of encryption is your WhatsApp. If you check your settings, you see end-to-end encryption. Why is this communication encrypted? In case we have threats. We have people who tap online, who tap hate a cyber criminal to tap your information online. So when your information is tapped online, they cannot get access to your valuables. Why? Because they do not have the key to decode the information. Are we good? So you must understand why these are to be. Okay. So that is a very much important thing we're trying to stop. So what is cybersecurity? Mrs. Udochukwu, can you just read to us what you can see on the screen, what cybersecurity is?
Cybersecurity is the practice of protecting systems, networks, and programs from digital attacks.
Very well. It is the practice. So understand that and underline that word, that it is what? A practice. The practice of protecting systems, that is your computer system, that is your devices. All right. That is your devices, your network, the channel through which you are connected to the internet, the program, that is the softwares that you are using on your system. You need is the practice of protecting them from what? Digital attack. Do we understand that?
Yes.
Any questions so far? All right. Now, let's look at the common terms that are being used in cybersecurity. All right. So now look at it. He said, you have had the word malware before. Malware, 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 malware. Can I have somebody on mute to tell me what a malware is? What you understand by the word malware? Can I have somebody talking to me? Just tell me what you know about malware. Well, before. I don't just want you to receive. I need you to let's interact. That is how you can retain and pass knowledge. All right. So can I have somebody talk to me? Okay. All right. So when you hear the word malware, it's simply talking about what? A short form of malicious software. What do I call it? Malicious software. Now, listen to this. Your software is simply a set of programs or a set of codes that you give your computer to obey. A software. Now, a software is written by programmers, or we call them software engineers. Now, the common word that we hear today is coding. The act of writing code is coding. The act of writing program or writing code is called programming. So the recent word, the in word right now is what we call what? Coding. All right? So now the coding is also the same way of writing a software. The software is a set of instructions that you give it to computer to obey. Now, imagine that there is somebody who is trying to write something to work against a system. It's also it's not a program, but it's not working in line with the way malware, the word that was shown from malicious software. The intention was to destroy what was originally created. Everybody talks about the devil today. The devil does not create, but what he does is he tries to destroy what God has created. Are you with me? So, and that is some of the things we are encountering in cybersecurity. People are trying to use different means, to create problems online. All right. And if you are not a good internet user and you don't understand the way internet works, there'll be a problem. There'll be what? A problem. So you must understand that this kind of software are intentionally designed to damage the hardware. Now, there's a set of codes that your hardware in your computer understands and work with. Now, because there is somebody who wants to make money, there is somebody who wants to create a problem so that it can have an advantage. He will try to create something that will work against whatever is working. And that is why we have the malicious software. That is a software that is created with an evil intention to destroy. All right? Good. The next one is what I have on the board. Phishing. Phishing. You might have been seeing this method, but you might not have been used to it. Okay? This phishing is somebody or a cyber criminal trying to cajole you, send you an email, all this thing that Yahoo boys are doing right now, trying to use deceptive way, to get your personal information in order to work against you. Do you understand? That is what we call phishing, using a deceptive way to gather your personal information. Number 3, common term used in cybersecurity, firewalls. You have heard the word firewalls, and you are wondering, what is firewalls? Firewalls can be soft and can be hard. When I mean soft, that's a firewall that has software in your system. They come originally with your system, and there are some that are hardware that you have to buy and attach to your network. From the name firewall, it builds a wall to what? To monitor the incoming and outgoing network traffic based on the security settings you have given to it. Are you with me? Now, this firewall does not work on its own. There are certain principles that you will have to give for that firewall to work. So if there's any other thing that is trying to come in that is not part of the rule that is set, it blocks it. So these are some of the ways you can put a shield. Number 4 is your encryption. This is the process of converting information or data into a code, especially to prevent unauthorized access. Okay? The next one is zero-day exploit. A cyber attack occurs on the same day a weakness is discovered in software. Now, let me explain this to you. There's what we call software development life cycle. It has a procedure that it has to follow. Stage. From the preliminary stage, it will go into the feasibility stage. From the feasibility stage, it will end. It's taking the software through some stages in order to know how the software will work well in the market. Now, when a software is created, it goes through what we call software development life cycle. The life cycle from the preliminary stage. The preliminary stage is where you gather the information or you set a software proposal to the management or to the people who will approve you for the next stage. And the next stage comes with the feasibility stage, where you do your feasibility studies. You gather the pros and the cons about that particular software. Then you submit it to the management for them to approve. And the next stage is what? You enter into another stage. It is the stage of what? The design. What is the implementation stage? After the implementation stage, do with the testing. This is where you discover the weakness of that particular software. When you test run, now there's some software that when they test run them, they don't discover the weakness. Now they now roll it out. Now, when there's any cyber criminals and he gets hold of that software, okay, what did he do? He will make an attempt to use that weakness to capture the software. That is why you always see that one of the ways to build defense against some of these cyber criminals is always update your software, update your operating system, update your software regularly, and update your antivirus. And any software you're not using on your system, ensure either you update them or you delete them, because the software you abandon can be a part. Are you with me? So that is why he says 0 day. That is the same day a weakness it is covered in a software before the developer advantage. That's why we talk about 0-day exploit. Another one is ransomware. From the word ransom, a type of malware that threatens to publish unless a ransom is paid. Some hackers can gain access to your software or to your network and hold you hostage. You cannot access that site. You cannot access the use of the software. And they tell you if you don't pay, you cannot get access to it. And some you will pay and they don't release it. The money has gone. And you cannot trace them. That's why in using the internet, you must be very wise. The next one is what we call distributed denial of service. You know, there is this thing that the hacker does, is that they will create a scenario whereby maybe there's a particular, let me use a campus software. And now they know that the student needs to get access to that application online. Now they will not generate an application that will put like a lot, when there's a lot of people on a particular site, at some time it can shut down. Maybe you are trying to solve it, so you see something 401 forbidden, because there are too many people on that site. So that thing will not create something like a false traffic to that site, thereby hindering users from gaining access. That's what they call it, distributed denial of service. Is somebody with me? Now, another one is what we call the virtual private network. Now, this is not too common, and it's because it's a paid service. Now, because of some people that use public network, let me share my experience with you. I was going to Nigerian embassy in New York, and because I've alighted from my bus station, and I think it was an all-night drive, I alighted from my bus station, and my tablet, my iPad does not have, it's not a 3G, it's just Wi-Fi. So what I did was, from my bus station, I tried to get the navigation to the Nigerian embassy in New York. So what did I do? When I did that, you know that once I leave that bus station, I cannot have access to the internet. You know, the Google Map works on offline too. So I was using that my map to guide me to where I'm going. Do you understand? Now, block, I do not have a VPN. So if the way I connected online, the VPN is, they call it virtual private network, it does not present your IP address to the internet you are connected to. It produces another IP address, shielding your own IP address from being accessed, because your device can be accessed with your IP address, just like your phone number. Is somebody with me? Access you. They can use your phone number to track you. So also they can use your IP address to track your device. So this virtual private network, it encrypts your IP address. It can give an IP of different location. Okay, I can say I'm in New York and it's giving another IP address of maybe South Africa. So if they are trying to trace my South African address, already I'm in New York. Do you see the difference? So it helps you to protect your device and protect your information online. The next one is two-factor authentication. This is some a security process in which a user provides two different authentication factors to verify themselves. When they ask for your phone number, in case they're trying to access an app, they will ask for your phone number. You will send the phone number. They will send you a code. It is that code that you use to access. Or somebody will say, what's your email address? And they use to register with this app. They will now send a code to your email address. What they are trying to do is to create a security layer, an authentication layer to prevent unauthorized access. So if somebody hijacked maybe your phone, every means to authenticate that it's the right person and is using the app. And the last thing is the patch management. By regularly performing patches, that's your software updates. If you have not been updating your system, updating your phone, take a clue from today, and anytime an update is update, what that update does is the security gap or the weakening gap in the app or in that system is what the developer would create so that it helps to upgrade your helps to upgrade your security defense of your device. At this point, do I have any question? Any question?
No, sir.
Somebody trying to ask something. Is somebody trying to ask a question? Any question? Okay, let me. Okay, good. Somebody, let me check the chat. Somebody is saying it's echoing. It is video for you. It's about almost 30 minutes, but pay attention. All right.
Computers, computer servers, mobile devices, various electronic systems, communications and computer networks, and data from malicious attacks and threats. It is also known as information technology security. Cybersecurity. This is about a cyber attack conducted on the United Nations website. On August 11, 2007, the United Nations website was hacked by Turkish hacker Kerem 125. The United Nations official website was hacked and displayed a message that protested the USA and Israeli policies in the Middle East region. This message was seen in the section of the site reserved to statements by Secretary General Ban Ki-moon. The message also appeared on other web pages that usually display quotes and speeches from the Secretary General. After the hacking, the United Nations website showed the message, hacked by Kerem 125M0 state. Children and other people, peace forever, no war. This message was displayed continuously on the website. The hacker group called themselves Cyber Protest, a three-member group of Kerem 125, M0 stead, NZ, and pseudonames generally used by hackers. They also hacked websites of Harvard University, the United Nations Environment Program, and companies like Toyota. Internet, where phones and communication lines used to be tapped to gain information. Let us now look into the history of hacking and security. The timeline of hacking and security started in 1962 with the first troll attack, when MIT or Massachusetts Institute of Technology sets up passwords for computers for sustaining time limits and student privacy. A punch card was made by a student, Alan Scher, who tricked the computer into printing off passwords. He then used them to log in as other people after his time limit is completed. He even shared these passwords with his friends, also called it a troll, which was the first of its kind. They also made fun of their teacher by hacking into his account and leaving different messages. In 1969, a UCLA student tried to transmit the word login to another computer to today's internet. After the alphabets I and O are sent, the system immediately crashes. So, The first message ever sent on the internet was low. However, after 1 hour, the full word login was immediately sent after recovering from the crash. In 1970, Nokia and Motorola were hacking victims when Kevin Mitnick broke into one of the world's most highly protected networks. He did this using social engineering methods, pretending to insiders so that they hand over passwords and codes, and then use the codes to access internal computer systems. He was one of the most wanted hackers of the time. In 1972, a message said, "I'm the Creeper. Catch me if you can." Creeper, the first computer virus in history, was developed by Bob Thomas, a programmer at BBN Technologies. After infecting a computer, Creeper will display its message and start printing a file and, before the printing would be finished, jump to the next computer across the network, disappearing from the first. Reaper, the first antivirus, was developed against Creeper. Rabbit virus arrived very shortly after Creeper, in particular, in 1972. The main difference is that the rabbit virus reproduced itself on the affected computer until it takes over the system and causes it to crash. Authorized access to a computer network. His friend gave him the phone number for the ARK operation or DEC used to develop its operating system software called RSTS/E. Mitnick copied DEC's company software by breaking into its computer network. This was called the ARK cyber attack. In 1980, Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory Systems has also hacked into United States, Europe, and East Asia military and industrial computers, and sold the information to the Soviet Union KGB. Hess is estimated to have hacked into 400 USA military computers with information access to space, aircraft, satellite, and other confidential information. In 1987, the first publicly documented removal of a computer virus was performed by Brent Fix in the year 1987. An antivirus program to counter the Polish MKS virus, commercial antivirus in the world. In 1990, the English computer journal PC Today reported about the disk killer virus. Each issue of the magazine was accompanied by a disk. The July issue was infected with a copy of the disk killer. More than 50,000 copies were sold. Disk killer was unable to spread because of a bug in the infection routine. PC Today launched a recall and tightened virus protection measures for the future. In 1999, Melissa virus, a macro virus, was circulated as an email attachment that, when opened, disables a number of safeguards in the Microsoft Word 97 or Word 2000, and if the user recirculated to the first 50 people in each of the user's email address books. Melissa virus had the potential to disable corporate and any other mail servers as the ripple of email distribution becomes a much larger wave. Melissa virus caused the Microsoft Corporation to shut down the incoming email. In 2000, there was a problem called the Y2K problem or Y2K bug, where the dates beyond December 31, 1999 would be interpreted as 00 for 1900 instead of 2000. For this, programmers used a technique called windowing, from the 1900s. Also in the year 2000, the first free antivirus was released in the market. In 2012, an online battle emerged between Saudi Arabia and Israel. A Saudi hacker, called 0x Omar, posted details of 400,000 Saudi citizens' credit cards on the internet. As a retaliation to this, Israeli hackers broke into the websites of two major Arab banks. In 2013 and 2014, there were two different data breaches on the Yahoo servers, conducted by an unauthorized third party. It was believed that almost 3 billion user accounts were affected during this period. In 2017, there was a ransomware attack, called as the WannaCry attack. We will discuss this in detail in the coming sessions. In 2019, there was a DDoS attack conducted on the New Zealand Stock Exchange market. For 4 days after the systems crashed. In 2020, 450 active World Health Organization or WHO staff email addresses and passwords were leaked online along with thousands, belonging to others working on the novel coronavirus response. In the same year, over 500,000 Zoom less than a penny each, and in some cases, given away for free. These were shared, so that hackers can use them in Zoom bombing pranks and malicious activities. As we have seen till now. These cyber attacks and threats come in all types and sizes and impact various sectors. The growing cyber attacks cost the world economy more than $1 trillion, or an individual's credentials, their bank account details, and other confidential information is at risk. Let us now discuss about the CIA triad, also called as the confidentiality, integrity, and availability triad. The CIA triad, short form for confidentiality, integrity, and availability, is a model designed to provide companies and organizations guidelines to help them create their security policies. Cyber authorized access, deletion, or modification to provide confidentiality, integrity, and availability. We will now discuss these each of the components' safety. The first one is confidentiality. Confidentiality involves pertains the identity of authorized personnel involved in sharing and holding data secure, private, and anonymous. Confidentiality can be compromised by hackers who crack poorly encrypted data, incorporate various types of cyber attacks, and disclose sensitive data. This is very important in the context of information security. The second one is integrity. Integrity is usually it denotes that data and programs can be changed by authorized personnel. Integrity can be compromised, especially by cyber crimes when malware is embedded into web pages or when a machine is turned into a zombie computer. This helps the users to trust the system they are putting to use. The third and last one is availability. Availability is ensuring that authorized personnel has access to the data or information when needed. Any data is of high value if the concerned individuals have access to it at the required time. Unavailability of information usually occurs when security incidents such as human error, programming errors, DDoS attacks, or hardware failures. Let us now look into a real-time that offers users access to cash, bank balances, and other information is the best example of the CIA triad. It covers all three principles of the CIA triad. It provides confidentiality by ensuring a two-factor authentication, ATM card and password, before allowing access to data. The ATM and bank software incorporate data integrity by ensuring that any transfers or withdrawals made through the ATM are reflected in the accounting for the user's bank account. The ATM provides availability because it is present in a public place and is accessible even security. There are three main reasons why we need cybersecurity. The first one is protection from cyber attack. The second one is ensure privacy of information. The third and last one is provide guidelines for data security. Let work secure. The first one is network access control. The second one is firewall security. The third one is intrusion prevention system. The fourth one is security information and event management. Detail. Network access control allows the network admin to understand and control who can and cannot specific traffic in the network has to be blocked or allowed. This is one of the most important elements to maintain protection. Intrusion prevention system is a threat prevention technology. Traffic from exploiting vulnerabilities. SIEM or security information and event management combines security event management and security. Now, we will discuss about the different types of cyber attacks. What are cyber attacks? A cyber attack is an offensive action taken by a hacker or unauthorized individual or a group of individuals who target computer systems, IT infrastructure, computer networks, mobile devices, and other computer devices by using different methods to break into, steal, damage, or alter crucial data and information. Attacks are called hackers or cyber criminals. Today, almost 59% of the global population are using the internet either on mobile devices or computers and laptops. There has been tremendous development and growth in technology, and these constant advancements come with many repercussions. Hackers have started coming up with different ways to gain unauthorized access and conduct cyber attacks for monetary and information theft. Let us look into the different types of cyber attacks. The first type of cyber attack is called phishing. Phishing is one of the most used types of cyber attacks. The attackers, by this method, try to get access to personal information like login credentials, debit or credit card details by pretending themselves to concerned competent authorities. Phishing is executed mainly through emails, messaging, and phone calls. The next type of cyber attack is called a ransomware. In a ransomware attack, the user is compelled to remove all of their data and information from their system if they fail to meet the timeline, paying a ransom declared by cybercriminals. In spite of all this, there is no guarantee as to whether paying the ransom would secure their data or not. Let us now look into a recent 2017 ransomware attack called WannaCry. In the WannaCry attack, the hackers would send a malicious email to make uses the flaws in the Windows operating system to force it to run the ransomware code in the system. The ransomware then encrypts or locks all the important files in the system and demands a ransom in Bitcoin cryptocurrency. Itself and spread around the computer network. The hackers, however, made a mistake. A kill switch was discovered by another hacker, which helped in overcoming this attack. Microsoft also released a patch update. Both these measures help the users to regain access to their documents. The next type of cyber attack is called malware. In a malware cyber attack, the hackers create a malware code to hack any electronic or digital device like mobiles, computers, and laptops to obtain unauthorized access. Now we are going to discuss the man-in-the-middle attack. A man-in-the-middle cyber attack or MITM attack occurs when the hacker places himself in between the client and the owner, or between users and the server, or between clients and server, to misinform the client and get unauthorized access to data and information from the system. In this attack, the hacker places himself in the middle of the communication link, the user and the server. Data and information transfer of both the user and server goes to the hacker. This gives the hacker unsolicited access to complete information of the whole digital system, and also the chance to misinform over the whole system, the data transferred, and the processes involved in it. All the time, both the user and server are aware of the hacker, and for an insider, it seems that it is a normal client-server communication system. We will now discuss the next type of cyber attack called as the Trojan horse. A Trojan to electronic and digital devices by disguising the program with the necessary software. This type of cyber attack is quite dangerous, as it helps the hackers to have unauthorized access to crucial information of users, such as their credentials and financial details. The next type of cyber attack is called as the SQL injection. SQL injection is the latest type of cyber attacks being launched by hackers. This includes incorporating malicious data into the user's digital device to enable the hacker to give unauthorized access to all the crucial and confidential information belonging to the user. We will now see and understand what DOS and DDoS cyber attacks are. In a client-server communication system, there are 3-level handshakes before the data from the server is transferred to the client system. The first handshake is client's request to the server to load the web page or any result or any content. The second handshake is where the server approves the client's request, gets ready to load, and asks the client device when to load. In the third handshake, the first device acknowledges, and the server loads. The website is down, or there's a lot of traffic on the website. It is detrimental to the profits of the organization. This happens when the number of users on the website on that page exceeds the limit the website can handle. Once it exceeds, the page is down, and the users get this error. What happens if someone fakes the number of users currently using the website and the website gets down intentionally? This is precisely what the DOS and DDoS attacks are. The DOS attack stands for denial of service attack. DDoS stands for distributed denial of service attack. In a DOS attack, the fake requests are made by the same device to overwhelm the website, causing it to crash. In a DDoS attack, a big network of devices creates a large number of fake requests and together request the server at the same time. In a DDoS attack, big network devices created by the hacker are called botnets. The botnets create a large number of requests, and together all request the server at the same time. One botnet creates 1 or 2 requests. In both the attacks, the hacker fakes the number of users currently not handle this anymore, and it crashes down. This crashing is done intentionally by the hacker so that it affects the owners of the website. We will now see spear phishing and whale phishing. In a spear phishing attack, a hacker tries to gain unauthorized access to calls. In a whale phishing attack, a hacker tries to access confidential and sensitive information of powerful and famous personalities like chairmen and head of organizations. Let us now discuss drive-by cyber attacks. In a drive-by attack, hackers embed malicious scripts into various websites. Whenever a user tries to visit the website, all the user data is accessible to the hacker. Because of these malicious scripts, the system gets corrupted, giving unauthorized access to data and information. Cyber attacks called spyware, which is unwanted software to infiltrate into a victim's computer. It is a type of malware that uses malicious software to gain access and damage a computer without the knowledge of the user. There are again 4 types or categories of spyware commonly called as 1. Adware. 2. Keyboard loggers. 3. Trojans. 4. Mobile spyware. The next type of cyber attack is called the adware. The cyber attacks where hackers use various pop-up advertisements to show up on a computer or mobile device are called adware, short for advertising software. The adware can become dangerous by harming your device, hacking into your browser, slowing down the device, and install viruses or spyware or both. The next type of cyber attack is called the eavesdropping attacks. When hackers launch a cyber attack by hacking into cell phones, computers, and laptops by fabricating information in those devices, it is called an eavesdropping attack. This attack is conducted to gain unauthorized access to files by cybercriminals. The next type of cyber attack is called the password attacks. A password attack involves continuous attempts. Hackers use different algorithms or simply make calculated guesses to obtain the password. We will now look into a case study of cybersecurity. Jeep Cherokee is a famous SUV with off-roading capabilities. There was a Jeep Cherokee cyber attack in 2015, which turned out to be a turning point for the automobile industry. Charlie Miller and Chris Velasek, 2 security researchers, remotely hacked the Jeep Cherokee vehicle and took over control of its functions, including the air conditioner, radio, wipers, brakes, steering wheel, and accelerator due to a loophole in the car's done on the vehicle. Jeep Cherokee was selected because of its simple architecture. After this attack, Fiat Chrysler recalled more than 1 million hackable vehicles for security patch updates. The hackers first targeted the multimedia system by hacking the Wi-Fi and compromising the automatic techniques to break into the system remotely. The main vulnerability they found out was that the Wi-Fi password is created before the actual date and time are set and is based on a default system time, during which the infotainment system starts. They then took over the infotainment system by exploiting the software. By controlling the infotainment system remotely, various cyber attacks such as changing the air conditioner settings or increasing the fan speed, a sudden change in the volume of the radio, or turning off GPS were launched. Since the car infotainment system uses a cellular connection to provide access to the internet and other services, they exploited this vulnerability to deliver the attack. Let us now look into the solution that was designed for this cyber attack. Harman created a 5-step plan to counter future cyber attacks and avoid any in the first place. The 5 steps are: change organizational structure, scrutinize third-party software, proven cybersecurity at the development stage, create risk analysis of threats, over-the-air software. Organization structure. Harman Kardon, the company whose infotainment system was used as the gateway to launch the attack, changed its organizational structure and appointed cybersecurity professionals to oversee issues at every stage. Scrutiny, the software. At every stage of the production process, creating a risk analysis of potential loopholes for every involved component. Proven security. If any new feature or component is added to a vehicle, designers now first have to demonstrate how they would secure the operation from any potential cyber attack which might happen at a future stage. Risk analysis. Creating a risk analysis at every stage of the development process and undertake comprehensive testing to ensure efficiency and avoid any future in terms of security. Over the dates. Till now, these updates with the latest version for all existing customers. We will now discuss the most crucial part of today's discussion: basic practices and to avoid attacks. Best practice methods to avoid cyber attacks include the steps and methodologies involved to keep oneself and any organization on the whole safe and secure, both internally and from any external threats, be it cyber attacks, or any viruses, or computer worms, etc. These practices and methods help in a smooth and safe operating environment, and include: update your antivirus. Use strong passwords. Scan emails before opening. Check website URL. Log out as and when required. Respect others. Let us now look into each of these in detail. Data privacy. Always make sure that you keep your data private so that it reduces the chances of data leakage in the advent of a cyber attack. Strong password. Having a strong password is of utmost importance, since hackers first target the user credentials in order to gain unauthorized access. Privacy settings. Maintaining strong privacy settings to all your work, be it on mobile devices or laptops, or computers, acts as the first line of defense against hackers. Antivirus. Having a reliable and strong antivirus helps against any malicious software, viruses, computer worms, and other programs developed in order to deliver a cyber attack. Scan emails. It is highly recommended to scan your emails before opening them. This helps in a way to avoid the chances of various email hacking attacks usually used by hackers. Website URL. A website that starts with HTTP, the additional protection provided always counts in the advent of any cyber attack. Respect others. Having respect for others' privacy and confidentiality is crucial, especially that more and more people are connected to the internet. This is important in every regard. Log out. Every time you complete your work and don't intend to use the system, log out of the system. This is a preempt. Now discuss the job prospects and market trends in cybersecurity. Now we will discuss the cybersecurity job prospects. The job prospects include cybersecurity specialist, cybersecurity consultant, incident responder, cybersecurity administrator, cybersecurity manager, cybersecurity auditor, IT forensic expert, vulnerability assessor, penetration tester, cybersecurity engineer. Let us now see the cybersecurity market trends. After a global cybersecurity market forecast was predicted by Statista.com, it was observed that the global market for cybersecurity is projected to grow from $167.1 billion in 2019 to $248.26 billion by 2023, attaining a 10.4% CAGR. The expenditure on worldwide security on identity access management was at $10.58 billion in 2019. The forecast also predicted that expenditure on security services, the largest chunk of the information security market, also reached $64.24 billion in 2019 as well. The analyst. Cybersecurity analyst is one of the most rewarding career options in the field of cyber and uses complex data to design actionable steps to improve processes and optimize results, bringing value to the organization. Every day, analysts assess company and client needs, receive information. A security analyst ensures sensitive and proprietary information of an organization to be safe and secure. It is a vital role to detect and rectify issues or defects in the applications, security systems, and programs of an organization. It is the duty of the cybersecurity analyst to suggest ways to enhance the overall security and communicate the specific measures to be taken. Cybersecurity analyst creates, maintains, and controls the measures to make sure computer networks are regulated and monitored. How to become a cybersecurity analyst? The first step is to earn a bachelor's degree in cybersecurity, IT, computer science, or a related field. The second step is to complete an internship to obtain experience or have hands-on training in a computer. Fourth step is to pursue for entry-level positions in general IT or security in any organization. What are the cybersecurity analyst job prospects? Cybersecurity analysts have excellent. Security analysts enjoy high salaries when compared with other computer and IT professionals. Let us now look into the top 10 cyber certifications and training. The top 10 cybersecurity certifications are 1. ISACA, Combat Control Objective. Certified in Governance of Enterprise IT. 3. CompTIA SA+, Cybersecurity Analyst. 4. CHE, Certified Ethical Hacker. 5. ISC2, CCSP Certified Cloud Security Professional. 6. Google Cloud Platform Professional Security. 7. CompTIA, Security Plus. 8. ISACA, CISA, Certified Information Systems Auditor. 9. ISACA, CRISC, Certified in Risk and Information Systems Control. 10. ISACA, CISM, Certified Training and Certification Exam Guidance from Invensys Learning. You get many benefits and advantages. The Invensis Learning Advantage includes interactive instructor-led certification training programs, either accredited by respective governing bodies or in line with their guidelines. Lifetime access to Learning Management System, LMS, access to live classes, assignments, and industry-driven case studies, highly qualified, certified, and accredited trainers.
All right. I believe that we've been able to get value for our time and giving us giving us the inbit about cybersecurity. So from what the video you have watched and the explanation I've given yesterday and today, we have two platforms or two prospects that we are giving to people who want to ride on this journey of cybersecurity to become a professional and an expert. So first and foremost, we have the Cybersecurity Masters class and Cybersecurity Executive class. This master class is for those who want to build their career in cybersecurity. And within the next 2-3 months, there's going to be some practical training. They're going to have industry experts that will actually build your career for you on the master's class. Now, anybody who wants to take part in that master's class, there is a discount that is coming for them. Now, for the executive class, the link for you to join the both class, then you can understand where you belong. So I want to give a platform to my colleague, Mr. Daniel. Can you just say one or two things before we go? Thank you, sir. Hello, Mr. Daniel.
Hello, good evening, everyone. It's nice to have you here. Thank you, Mr. Sam. Thank you for the section this evening. My apologies, I joined a bit late. I was also in another class, so I needed to wrap up the section. So thank you very much. Just a few words of acknowledgement and encouragement to everyone. You see, we've had the first section like this before for the beginners like this, and we're having it now. And this is the second one in a series of sections that we're holding. And as he has rightly explained, the master's class, the executive class, these classes have been broken down to give us a full package of what will make us to really stand and fulfill this our goal, as it were. But we can't achieve it if we don't set our heart on it. So for just the first phase that we've had a section to be part of, or we've been part of, it's very important we make all the necessary plans to be part of the next phase, so we can fully benefit fully of what the package entails. Aside from the cybersecurity module itself, we've also tried as much as possible to inculcate the managerial skill and leadership qualities training into them. So because as you work, as you become a professional in cybersecurity, whichever dimension you look at it, it requires you to have all these skills as well. So we've carefully weaved these things inside. And these modules are very rich and very, very interesting and challenging too, and educative too, please. So I want us to take advantage of these things, because all this came in as a product of serious investment, deliberate and intentional investment and plan, so we can be able to chart a new course for ourselves. So basically what I'm trying to say is that we have a very rich module for the master class and the executive class, and we want everybody to be a part of this. Okay, so if you have been um, blessed by this beginner's phase, you have learned one or two things, don't stop there. Put your hearts together, interact with us, come around, just ask us what you want, how you want it. We see a common ground, find a common ground for you, and then sincerely, for people that have passed through this phase already, they've had their testimonies, and they are making it also in their various fields. Some of them have already built a career already as we speak. So, and the world is not actually waiting for you. So you are the one that will run and catch your own flight. So I want to believe that every one of us will actually make haste to catch our own flight. So that's just a summary of what I want to say. So it's actually something that will benefit every one of us. So thank you very much. Looking forward to meeting you in the next class as it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Daniel. Thank you for that enlightenment. I don't know if anybody who is interested, they have posted a WhatsApp group. The first WhatsApp group link is the master class, and the second WhatsApp group is the executive class. So when you come into those classes, you can be you'll be given the access. You can ask your questions. There are what's it called? There are discounts for those who register from this training. There are discounts for them, and we'll let you know when the class will commence. Do you understand? So do yourself a favor by joining this train, so that if you want to build a career in this, you want to see yourself at the forefront, in the future, you need to begin now. The cybersecurity is going on a further journey, and it's taking the world by serious surprise. A lot of people are falling victim of these cyber criminals. Companies are losing billions of dollars to the hands of these cyber criminals. So they're looking for you and I, who will take the lead. Do you understand? So we are giving you the platform to which to ride. People are getting remote jobs through this. You understand? So we'll show you the pathway of how you can become valuable. You can also become a consultant, a cybersecurity consultant. From the video that I showed you, you can be a consultant. You can ride on that platform to become an expert. So don't wait for the world to share the story. You become part of the story, so that you not become an history. IT is involving you can ask your question. You can unmute yourself if you want to ask any question. Any question from anybody? Mrs. Udochukwu. Mr. Folabi.